2024 Mitsubishi-Triton debuts, Beast Mode styling, 204 PS/470 Nm 2.4 L4N16 engine. At long last, Mitsubishi has unveiled the third-generation Triton, sixth-generation Mitsubishi pickup truck, which is making its global debut in Thailand. In addition to ASEAN and Oceania markets, the all-new pickup truck will also be sold in Japan in early 2024 for the first time in 12 years. The latest Triton follows the Beast Mode design concept and has a more rugged appearance that was first previewed by the XRT concept from March this year. The latest take on the dynamic shield face is a bold one, with a rectangular front grille flanked by three L-shaped LED lights that is said to resemble a sharp gaze of a hawk. The latter are the Triton's daytime running lights, which sit just above the three-element LED main headlamps. Along the horizontally themed body sides, large, solid surfaces and prominent fender panels provide a sense of width as well as stability and toughness. Moving to the rear, T-shaped taillights on both sides of the tailgate that features a subtle spoiler for improved aerodynamics and a new damper system to improve one-hand operability. Yamabuki Orange Metallic and Blade Silver Metallic are two new body colors to be introduced, joining White Diamond, Solid White, Graphite Gray Metallic and Jet Black Mica. In Thailand, the Triton will be offered in three body types. These include a double cab with 2 rows of seats, a single cab with 1 row of seats as well as a club cab with cargo space behind the front seats that also enables reclining. The double cab is the most relevant to the Malaysian market and is much larger than before, measuring in at 5,360 mm long, plus 55 mm, 1,930 mm wide, plus 115 mm, and 1,815 mm tall, plus 35 mm. These figures apply to models with 4-wheel drive, 4WD, while 2-wheel drive, 2WD, and club cab models are slightly smaller at 5,320 mm long, 1,865 mm wide and 1,795 mm tall. The single cab is the smallest of the bunch at 5,265 mm long, 1,865 mm wide and 1,765 mm tall. All three share the same wheelbase of 3,130 mm, which is an improvement of 130 mm over the outgoing model, and Mitsubishi says the new bodies are lighter than before thanks to the use of new 1,180 MPa high-tensile steel in their construction. To make these figures easier to digest, here's a simplified overview of the new Triton's dimensions. Double cab 4WD. Length, 5,360 mm. Width, 1,930 mm. Height, 1,815 mm. Wheelbase, 3,130 mm. Double cab 2WD and club cab 2WD. Length, 5,320 mm. Width, 1,865 mm. Height, 1,795 mm. Wheelbase, 3,130 mm. Single cab 4WD. Length, 5,265 mm. Width, 1,795 mm. Height, 1,765 mm. Wheelbase, 3,130 mm. With the new dimensions, the Triton has moved from being one of the smallest pickup trucks in its class to now one of the largest. For context, the current Toyota Hilux with a 2.8-liter turbo diesel engine is 5,325 mm long, 1,855 mm wide, 1,815 mm tall and has a wheelbase of 3,085 mm. Aggressive styling aside, Mitsubishi also focused on improving the utility of its pickup truck by implementing more durable and larger door handles as well as wider side steps with improved water drainage. The cargo bed height has also been lowered by 45 mm to 820 mm, and the upper surface area of the bumper corner has been enlarged and reinforced with a frame to be used as a foot space. Inside, the overhauled dashboard follows the horizontal axis concept with strong, geometric shapes that further drives home the point of robustness. A freestanding touchscreen infotainment system takes center stage above the central air vents and climate controls, with the instrument cluster set deep inside its binnacle ahead of the driver. Telematics via the Mitsubishi Connect app is also available, allowing owners to remotely check on the status of their Triton, or be notified of the vehicle's location and seek emergency assistance in the event of an accident. Airbags deployed. All contact points like the steering wheel, grips and door handles have also been designed based on an approach called Mitsubishi Touch, with a focus on grip comfort and sturdiness. The carmaker also fitted soft pads in main areas to protect passengers, and metallic surfaces create a high-contrast, modern space. As with the exterior, attention was paid to improve utility inside the cabin as well. For instance, the center console can accommodate 2 large cups, and the console box can hold up to 4 600 ml plastic bottles or tablets and files. You'll also find USB-A and USB-C sockets for charging devices, along with a wireless charger. Efforts were also made to design the controls to be usable with gloves on, and the corners of the bonnet are shaped as such to promote better visibility so drivers can more easily place the pickup truck. Both appear to be inspired by Range Rovers. Elsewhere, the front seats now provide better lower back support, while the shoulder areas with an open shape provide ease of movement to reduce driver fatigue. The hip point is also 20 mm higher than before, and an upright posture has been adopted to improve visibility from inside the vehicle. More vertical A-pillars also help create wider door openings for better ingress and egress, helped along by the wider side steps that reduce the risk of slipping. Beneath the skin, the all-new Triton is built on a newly developed ladder frame that has a 65% greater cross-sectional area than the outgoing 5th-generation model, along with an increase in the ratio of high-tensile steel used. This sees bending rigidity be improved by 40%, while torsional rigidity is up 60%. The suspension configuration is the same as before, with double wishbones used for the front. On 4WD and 2WD high rider models, the mounting for the upper arms has been moved upwards to increase the stroke by 20 mm for improved road hugging and ride comfort. Meanwhile, the rear continues to employ a leaf spring system, although this has been made lighter and is paired with thicker shock absorbers. Yashiki Masuda, product specialist for the Triton, including the previous generation, says ride comfort is improved significantly, even with leaf springs. Ventilated brake discs at the front and drum brakes at the rear are retained, but the power steering is now electric instead of hydraulic. As for the engine, the previous 4N15 unit has been ejected in favor of a new 4N16 that has the same capacity of 2.4 liters, 2,442 cubic centimeters, an intercooler, a variable geometry turbocharger, common rail fuel injection and DOHC. The 4N16 turbo diesel comes in 3 states of tune, with the low output option delivering 150 PS, 148 horsepower or 110 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 330 Nm of torque from 1,500 to 3,000 RPM. This is followed by the mid-output unit that serves up 184 PS, 181 horsepower or 135 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 430 Nm from 2,250 to 2,500 RPM. The latter is slightly more powerful than the 4N15 that makes 181 PS, 178 horsepower or 133 kilowatts, and 430 Nm in our Triton here, but if that's still not enough for you, the high-output version offers an impressive 204 PS, 201 horsepower or 150 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 470 Nm from 1,500 to 2,750 RPM. Mitsubishi claims the new 4N16 offers 5 to 10% better fuel consumption than before. Similarly, here's a simplified breakdown of the Triton's engine specifications. 4N16 2.4 liter, 16-valve inline-4, intercooled DOHC common rail VGT diesel. Displacement, 2,442 cubic centimeters. Bore and stroke, 86 mm x 105.1 mm. Compression ratio, 15.2. Low output version, 150 PS, 148 horsepower or 110 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 330 Nm of torque from 1,500 to 3,000 RPM. Mid-output version, 184 PS, 181 horsepower or 135 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 430 Nm from 2,250 to 2,500 RPM. High-output version, 204 PS, 201 horsepower or 150 kilowatts, at 3,500 RPM and 470 Nm from 1,500 to 2,750 RPM. The 4N16 is paired with either a 6-speed automatic or manual, the latter is now shift-by-wire, with 4WD being standard on selected models. Following Thailand's specifications, the high-output motor gets a 6-AT and 4WD, while the mid-output unit can be had with both transmissions, with 2WD or 4WD. All engines are accompanied by a fuel tank with a capacity of 75 liters and have improved maintainability, with the location of the drain bolt being changed so oil changes can be done without having to remove and replace the undercover. Mitsubishi also points out that 4WD and 2WD higher rider models have larger service holes to enable garage jacks to be used without needing an attachment. The company also claims gear oil replacement is unnecessary with the 6-speed manual. Mitsubishi's Super Select 4WD2 and Easy Select 4WD systems continue to be employed here, allowing drivers to easily shift to 4WD mode while driving by using a dial selector. These systems are accompanied by a torque-sensing limited slip differential (LSD) that can distribute driving force at a ratio of 40% to the front and 60% to the rear to optimize traction and cornering performance. The Super Select 4WD2 comes with 4 modes, including 2H, rear-wheel drive, 4H, full-time 4WD, 4HLC, locked center differential, and 4LLC, locked center differential with lower gears. Depending on which mode the Super Select 4WD2 is in, there are 7 drive modes that can also be selected, for more than before. Normal mode can be engaged in all 4WD modes, while 2H offers Eco mode to prioritize fuel economy. Gravel and snow modes are selectable in 4H, while mud and sand are available in 4HLC, and finally, rock mode is offered while in 4LLC. Vehicles equipped with Easy Select 4WD have 3 modes: 2H, rear-wheel drive, 4H, locked center differential, and 4L, low-gear driving. The Japanese carmaker also added Active Yaw Control, AYC, made famous by the Lancer Revolution, to models equipped with the Super Select 4WD2 system, which improves cornering performance by applying light braking to the inside front wheel when cornering. A brake control type Active LSD is standard for both 2WD and 4WD models that applies the brake to a spinning wheel and distributing the driving torque to wheels gripping the road surface for better safety on slippery surfaces. On the mention of safety, the same driver assistance systems from before make a return, including forward collision mitigation, autonomous emergency braking, blind spot warning, blind spot monitoring, with lane change assist and rear cross traffic alert, RCTA. One big addition here is adaptive cruise control, which is a feature that was missing on the previous model. Other passive systems like active stability control, ASC, traction control, hill descent control and hill start assist are still here. Pricing for the new Triton in Thailand starts at 699,000 baht, RM93K, for the Single Cab Pro 6 metric tons 4WD, while the Single Cab Pro 6 at 4WD is 749,000 baht, RM99.5K.